just want to share this with you real quick. I was really struggling because I felt like my business has not been doing as well as I hoped when I moved here. I wanted something different. I was feeling down. I was feeling like nothing is working anymore. Just kept saying, why isn't this working? Why isn't everything falling into place? But really, in those moments, all I could really do was pray. I started feeling a little overwhelmed, but I'm like, okay, God, what do you want me to do? So I started praying. I started like asking God for all these things. I guess what I'm trying to say is I didn't know in the process while I was praying that God was already working. I just kept feeling like I'm feeling like, what is going on? Why isn't things working out the way as I hope? And then the next morning I woke up, right? The first thing I did was open up my Bible. After I opened the Bible, I prayed. I opened the scripture. I always like, for some odd reason, I always try to just open the Bible in the morning. When I open it, like whatever my eyes falls on, that's what I read. And let me tell y'all what I read. Fear not, for I am with you. Isaiah 41:10. So I meditated on those words. I prayed about it. And then I asked God, I was like, Lord, just thank you. But I did ask him, I said, what would you want me to do today? Let your will be done today. So after that, for some reason, I normally never go on Thread, right? And then I open Thread and I keep seeing all these faith-based scripture and just like motivation of people just saying that it's gonna be okay. And there was one in particular, and I'm gonna go back and find it. Those delayed or God preparing you. And I know that. I know that I've always said that. And I've even I think I talked about it on my podcast. But the thing was, for me, it was the fear of not doing what it is that I want to do. Like, people that know me, everybody know that I love doing stuff. Like, I don't like staying still. I just like to go. I like to be prepared. And I feel like I have to make money financially, right? But in these moments while I was feeling down and felt like nothing was working out, but it's really God telling me to stay still. In those moments, it's like God saying that I need to just calm down. I need to stay still. I need to take time to just prepare for what he has in store for me that I didn't know. So mind you, this happened like months ago, right? So fast forward to now, I realized that those delays were happening because that's what God wanted to be. And I keep saying, why am I not finding this building? Because I've been looking for a building. Why am I not finding this building? Someone reach out and say, hey, and I don't want to go into so deep into it because you're going to find out later on. But it's like, hey, I have a business proposal for you. And I'm like, okay, what is it? And everything I have prayed for, that answer was right there. And even though I kind of forgot about it, I even went forward into getting into other stuff because I just don't know how to stay still. And that's what I did. But God allowed me to know that even though there's trials, even though that sometimes we feel like he's not answering those prayers, but he is working, and he's always working behind the scene. No matter what you feel, no matter what, he is working behind the scene. And I want you to know that because I'm a testament, and I pray for things and I'm like, just keep waiting. Okay, God, when are you going to answer this? But now I know that, should have known before too, but that God works when the timing is our time, on his term, not on our term. He's listening, and he wants us to stay still. He wants us to listen and be obedient, right? And the more I realize, the more I've been studying the word, the more I've been having more faith. My word this year was faith. And the more I started practicing faith and being obedient, I feel like everything is literally lining up exactly how he designed it to be. And I wanted to share this because when I moved here, I didn't think that I was going to meet people, like the right people, or me just God fearing women. And I'm so happy that we moved because I feel like it was one of the best thing, because I think God put me in this area for just for those reasons of meeting those people. And I've met so many people. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. You have to go back and listen to some of my podcasts, because I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous, I was scared. Fast forward to now, everything that I've prayed for, I got. Everything that I've hoped for has been happening. And everything that I've asked God for is actually coming together. And I just want you to know that no matter what you're going through, just be still, continue to be obedient, listen to God. I'm really talking about like sitting with Him, meditating with Him, being obedient in His word, talking to Him daily, asking for His will to be done daily. Because I feel like in those obedient, like even though in the moment when the fear creeps in, I just say, no, 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 I need you to go away, because I got faith and God's got me. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like sometimes we just have to like stay still and just know that no matter what's going on, that God has our back. And this is just a reminder that I really want you guys to think about in the moment where you've been praying for something for so long and you just feel like you're just waiting, but God is actually working and preparing your blessings for you. And just because it's not like, happening right away or tomorrow or as you hope for, but when the blessing comes, baby, like you are going to feel like He's right there with you in that moment. And I feel like God is literally right here with me in this moment. And I'm just so happy, and I just want to share this with you because I feel like people need to know that. People need to know that just because you've been praying for something for so long does not mean that God is not listening to you. He's listening and He's preparing just the way that He intended to be for your life. So I want you to know that there's always trials. There will always be season where things don't feel right, right? And there will always be season when things are uncertain. But God promises strengthen in those moments that we feel like we can't keep going. We just have to have faith. We have to believe that He is working. And sometimes the problem isn't God. The problem is us. I feel like we have to keep faith because that's the only way that we are going to get through what we're going through. In the midst of you going through all the trials that you're going through, just keep your faith. Believe in God. And if this resonates with you and you're in a season where you feel like things aren't going your way, or you feel like things are just hard for you right now, whether it's your business, your life, your friend group, your children, like with whatever it may be, just remember that God doesn't abandon you in the storm. God tests us sometimes for those very reasons, because He wants us to be obedient to Him. He wants us to come to Him as our Father. He wants us to be able to trust Him, have faith that He is working things out for our good. And sometimes in those storms is really where God teaches us to strengthen our faith, to trust Him, to be obedient, and really to choose Him the most and trust God the most. We have to be in a position where we put all of our trust into God, because that's the only way that we are going to be exactly where He wants us to be for our purpose and for our good.